All right, what is up? How's everyone doing? Let's see. Are we live? Let's see. Is this thing working? Test 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is. All right, we're good. And I believe the thumbnail's up too. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. We got it up finally. Shout out to Joji there for getting it up, man. Seriously, like, yeah, there we go. I learned something new about editing in Photoshop, so with JPEG and PNG, you think I know. But anyways, how's everyone doing today, guys? We had a live this morning, and then throughout the day, I just was feeling really sick. It is hot in this place, so I am in a muscle shirt, trying to look somewhat, more decent on the live, but I can't do it, guys. I've got a fan going and I've got everything else going. It is hot. So I hope everyone is doing really good with the Bitcoin breakout. Now I'll tell you kind of how my day went. I seen you guys on the live and I told you I was going to wait for my confirmation. And, this is a learning lesson for me more so because I wait for my confirmation, right? So when I'm talking about confirmations, guys, I'm talking about patience, all right? Now, this is a really good lesson, and I'm honestly going to use this for a short and everything else, a YouTube short and everything else. I'm literally talking about patience, right? I'm going to tell you guys why. So Bitcoin. So everybody knows Bitcoin broke out. Yes, we can all agree Bitcoin broke out of the shorter term channel. But Bitcoin is actually still in a downtrend, believe it or not. But where is Bitcoin in a downtrend to? So I made this a bit easier because I keep on talking about manipulation. I keep on talking about the London session. I keep on talking about Asia, okay? Right, so I made this a bit easier. We made this a bit easier for you guys. We have resistance up here. Okay, this is going to be your key resistance up here. I took everything off. I'm redrawing this. Your 18-hour 9 and 21 just crossed on Bitcoin. Okay, so you're going to see right here London, Asia, and New York. And we keep on talking about manipulation, distribution, and accumulation, okay? Now, I never used to really talk about that. If you guys know anything about Forex, you'll know about offloading, distribution, you'll know about order blocks. Crypto, it is still very true, but you are... But crypto's a different game. Crypto's a different beast, and it is a different game, okay? So here's our channel right here, guys, on the market. And this is a learning lesson, all right, more than anything. The first thing is I'm not going to come on here ever and say I'm the best trader in the world. Been there, done that. Everybody's learning, okay? If someone tells you they're the best trader in the world, go buy them some library books and then tell them to trade $1 million. Easy, right? Been there, done that, okay? But what I will say is that this bounced right here from this morning after looking at this in more detail. Now we set a stop loss, okay? Obviously I shorted Bitcoin. I'm kind of leading to that, and I got stopped out. Fair enough, right? I didn't set my stop loss all the way up here because I knew if it essentially got If it essentially broke out, then I would lose. So stopped out, which is fine. But here's what I want to show you guys right here. Jump back into a long, pretty simple. We've got another trade rocking and rolling here, hopefully. Mon. Is anybody in our Mon trade right now? I've been waiting all day for this. Molasses. Slower than molasses in January. Yes, I'm at 3x, but I doubled up. Okay? So I'm technically at a 5 or 6x trade just because I doubled up. When it went up, I doubled up. When it went up, I doubled up, right? So here is accumulation AMD, essentially, right? Actually, I gotta do one more thing before we get this live rocking and rolling. Guys, please help the channel. How you're gonna help the channel? Twitch is you are going to open up a different live if you can on YouTube and Twitch. We've got Beast Limitless on YouTube, and we've got Beast Limitless on Twitch. Twitch is going to be our main for our lives, but if you can follow along on YouTube and open up a separate window on Twitch, please do that, guys. It helps a lot, especially in this quiet market. Especially in this quiet market, guys. YouTube and Twitch help a lot. Sorry. So out on both. No, I'm in a trade. I'm in this one right now, right? So I'm in MON, right? So I'm gonna most likely break even today on my day, but I do want to show you guys MON. But first, let me go over Bitcoin for you. I'm just editing the tags. Make sure you guys smash that like button, guys. This is honestly going to be some of the best crypto content you've seen in the world. I'm not joking. So when a lot of people go trade crypto, they actually trade crypto, okay? But I've been taking a different approach. I took a little leave for a bit to get away from crypto. I was bored of it. And now we're starting to trade crypto like Forex. Why? For a couple of reasons. Because Forex is a game, right? Crypto is an asset, right? There's different assets, but everything follows Forex at the end of the day. Am I in a Bitcoin long? No, I'm not in a Bitcoin long, okay? I'm not going to trade a downtrend market, and I'm going to tell you guys why in a minute. But first, let me show you accumulation, right? There's resistance here for the first point on Bitcoin, okay? So that's about 93.5. That was my target before. Bitcoin doesn't interest me right now until we actually break out of this area, all right? But here's Tokyo. So last night we had Tokyo. And I guess I'm going to use the 1 hour here. You could really see it on the VRVP except for the manipulation here. So okay. So we'll go over the 30-minute time frame here because this shows more. Here we go. So you had Tokyo. Was this yesterday? November 25th. Okay, so essentially what happened, guys, here, I'm just making sure I got the right info so I can show everybody. This was November 25th. This was the 25th. 25th. We had, okay, so here was the inverse head and shoulder. Right here we can see it. on our chart. And then we had accumulation with Tokyo in this area right here, okay? So we had accumulation last night with Tokyo, essentially Asia. I guess I'm gonna call it the Tokyo session moving forward. We had manipulation with London. Okay, so usually London is manipulation. If Tokyo is normally accumulating, London's going to normally be manipulation. That's just how it is. Usually. Okay, hold on. Too many windows open here. Okay, there we go. Boom. All right, we should be good. We've got our thumbnail figured out. We got our live trading here. Kingdom Come, how you doing? Car sales this week? No more car sales for me. We are in full bore into crypto. Full bore, baby. We go non-stop now. I should have got my drink. Okay, so London accumulate and then distribution right here. Distribution is going to be New York. And essentially, out of that manipulation zone to distribute to the upside, okay? I've put my sessions on the chart, okay? I've put my sessions on the chart so you guys can see. Okay, so essentially you can see Tokyo, London, whatever. Now we have key resistance right here. But I'm still not going to long Bitcoin, and definitely not right now. But let's go to our Mon trade before I set up a Bitcoin trade. I had a splitting headache today, guys. I was looking at the charts too much today, okay? Mon is absolutely ridiculous. It is one of the top trending cryptocurrencies right now at the current moment. And essentially we got into a trade right here. I stopped looking at the chart. I fell asleep, okay? This is just life of a trader, man. Life of a trader. So it wicked up all the way to 9.4, okay? My stop loss was literally 0.495. Like, you can't write that any better, and then it dumped. But long story short, this broke trend. If I would have been stopped out of that, who gets stopped out of a trade? A penny. And it's like, oh, I should have moved my stop loss up a bit, right? Do you guys have that happen where you get stopped out of a trade and then you're like, should have moved my stop loss up? But in all actual reality, your stop loss was fine, right? So anyways, we're in the Mon trade. We're looking kind of decent. We can see the 15-minute coming up, 5-minute oversold. We've got we're dropping on the MACD. Like, the 4-hour should be dropping right now. Like, this ideally is a really good trade. The 18-hour has hit resistance right here. The bullish or the bearish divergence on Mondad is absolutely crazy, insane. So you've got a higher high here, you've got a high here, you've got a high here. And then you've got a lower high, a lower high, lower high, okay? And essentially what should happen is this should drop all the way back to 2.1, should. But there is some volume, there is a volume profile. So right now you're kind of just ranging at the top, which isn't necessarily good. The 15-minute is coming up. Obviously, Bitcoin is pumping a bit, which is why most crypto projects are holding. So if you're in this, it is a good trade. Like, it dropped all the way down to 0.44, but this thing is all over the place. So it could wick out in this area. It just keeps on going sideways. Like, I really don't know what to say about Mon at this point. Typically, this would be a very good short in most cases. Right now, it is a wild card, okay? Everything's lining up, but it is a wild card, and it is probably going to go for another stop hunt, which is why I'm on 3x, all right? Furthermore, I am going to set an alert, and then Bitcoin, I am looking for a short, not yet though. The joys of trading, like crazy stuff, man. Now I'm not even going to be able to watch it. Okay, so we got alert there. We'll see what happens on MON. Now, if we go to Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin pumping right now doesn't really matter to me. It's probably going to pump all the way to 93. I said this at the or even this area right here. But I said this at the beginning of the live yesterday or a couple of days ago. If Bitcoin pumps and breaks out, it's probably going to go to 93. Okay, so yeah, MON's coming back up. It is not dropping. And Asia is obviously pumping the market. But keep in mind, we're still in retrograde, so that makes sense. But we are coming out of retrograde in a few days, which is going to signal a recovery, essentially. But here's the Bitcoin breakout. So we did break out right here. This was kind of your back test right here. So that's the first thing. You had the breakout, you had the back test. Now we got to look at the actual downtrend channel where Bitcoin can go to, right? Obviously, Asia looks to be pumping this. We'll see if it's going to be more of a range or whatever. But we take the top. Okay, I'm going to take my sessions off for a bit, just because it's driving me insane. Okay, so we take the top here. Very, very top from Bitcoin to here. We can see now Bitcoin is breaking out of the middle line or the conversion line, whatever you want to call it. Middle line, conversion line, it's all the same thing at this point, okay? We've got downtrend resistance right here too, which is to about 97, okay? But essentially, your next resistance after 93 is about 102. It's about 102 to about 101, because it might go sideways a bit, might do this, and it might do that. Currently, we're still in a downtrend, guys, and that's the reality. So I know everybody's bullish at the moment. Cool, be bullish. But also be aware that when we hit this area, there's going to be a deciding factor. And if we hit this area and don't break out, we come down to that 76 target. Either way, we're going to get there if we do not break out, right? But in the shorter term, Bitcoin is most likely 99.9% going to pump to 93K. If we break 93K, great. Okay. 93.5. 93.5 is essentially what I'm looking at. Okay. So we can also see here that Bitcoin is in a channel, guys, right here. And it did break it. So even though it is in a channel, it did break it. The question is it going to fake out at this little resistance right here? And are we going to bounce around in this area and then come down, or are we going to continue up? Do we have bearish divergence on the 15-minute time frame? Yes, we do. So now we got to see, is Bitcoin going to be strong enough and pass this previous high? Because if not, we're going to have bearish divergence into Asia, and then maybe Asia is going to be manipulation. Who knows, right? We got to see what is going to happen here, but there's a possibility that we do this. Pump, 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 and drop. If that is the case, it will be manipulation. If not, we're kind of just ranging. But the reality is we're still in a massive downtrend. I know people don't want to hear it. But you also don't want to short this right now because it is pumping. And it is breaking out. 93 is what I would be aiming for if we break out of this area. I will not go against the trend. I refuse. I've done it too many times. Bitcoin could skyrocket to 200 today. I'm not going against the macro trend. However, there is a lot of blank space in this area right here. Okay, and if we go to liquidation heat map, I'll go over Solana in a minute. Okay, I'll go over Solana in a minute. I just want to check on this and see if I should just get out. Because at this point, it is doing nothing but running, kind of like huge fake out, if anything. Yeah, this is just a... This thing is all over the place. Massive candle on Fartcoin. Oversold on the 15. Going up on the 4. Yeah, crypto's all over the place right now. Welcome to retrograde, Mercury in retrograde, whatever you want to call it. This is a scalping coin at this point, and we hit there, we might hit a double top. We will see. Yeah, but I'm saying around 93K on Bitcoin. It just looks like Asia is going to continue moving the market. And we're going to hit that resistance in that area right now. Fast Easy, how you doing? Okay, Solana. Sure, could go over Solana. Okay, so Solana is kind of breaking out here. It's 144, right? Has a bit of rejection here, but Solana has a very nice channel. Like Solana definitely did break out right here. So this is a very, very nice channel in Sol. Yeah, it's a perfect breakout. Perfect breakout on Sol. Again, I don't trust anything with retrograde at the moment. But it is a perfect breakout on Solana. So what you'd be looking for right now is you're looking for Sol to break out of this area right here. It is a long, right? Absolutely, Sol's the long. It's above the 200 SMA in the 1 hour. Essentially, you'd be waiting for this back test and a continuation, right? So you'd be waiting for the back test, a continuation, and see if the 18-hour crossed. So the question is Asia manipulating or is Asia distributing? That is what we all got to figure out. So let me do a macro downtrend here in Sol, because now Sol's breaking out 100%. Yeah. So if we do a macro downtrend on Solana, we can see that from this high to this high right here, providing this is actual breakout on Sol, it could run to 192 ultimately, right? It is still very bearish on the bigger time frame, but you got huge blank space on Sol to around, you know, really to the top, 182. A lot of blank space to the top here on Solana, okay? So when your 50 is about to cross with your 921, Sol is definitely in a recovery phase. And I will say, guys, too, after the 29th, I said this yesterday, if you go repeat the live, we are probably going to recover, okay? So we're probably going to recover into after retrograde, right? So now here's the question. So how we're going to know if this is manipulation, because that's really what I want to figure, is we are going to know if it's manipulation if Asia holds the high, okay? So essentially you're going to go to Bitcoin. Oh yeah, Ron, that 100 Sol buy was golden, man. Like, you're spot trading, you're good, right? You're good for sure. But this is what I mean. This is what scares me a bit, okay? I know everybody's bullish, all the crypto lives. Guys, Bitcoin's bull, bull, bull all the way. And I've always been true to myself, and I've always been true to my TA. And I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid just yet. So if Bitcoin closes Asia above this high, we're good. But if we break this, hold on, what was New York close? Yeah, so if we break New York close right here, 90,002 before Asia closes and finishes, then, and we come down, then it will be either manipulation or distribution. And distribution is obviously going to be selling. If we hold the high, EK, I'll give you a wrench. If we hold the high after Tokyo, I keep saying Asia, but Tokyo, then this is going to be distribution for Tokyo. We're going to continue to the upside, and into London, we're either going to accumulate or manipulate, and same with New York or America's session, okay? So that is the catchphrase. Into London, are we going to hold that, or are we going to continue up? Because if we continue up, we know we're in distribution phase right now, which means that either London or New York is going to manipulate and accumulate, okay? So just so you guys are kind of keeping an eye on this, EK, I'm going to give you a wrench. There you go. I'm going to give you a wrench, but be very, very nice on who we delete and stuff like that, okay? If it's spam, yeah, absolutely delete it. I don't want no contract number shared, nothing like that, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. That is a different look. If we are pumping, we go to 93. And we continue up, we know we're in a distribution phase, right? Then we got to look at what London is essentially doing and what Asia is doing, okay? Rodney Letman, how you doing? I'm playing SPCE $4 option for Friday. Got it, champs. We should definitely talk about options. I would love to talk about options on this channel with you guys, right? So the caveat here, guys, is, again, sure, we're going up, but I don't like how we broke trend, and I also don't like how we have major bearish divergence. Because now if this MACD crosses right here, we're going to drop, right? Drink the Kool-Aid down here. Don't drink the Kool-Aid while it's pumping, right? That's essentially what I would say. However, Bitcoin is 99.9% going to go to 93.5. I'm not telling you guys don't long the market. I'm just saying we know that Asia's either in distribution or manipulation. It's not in accumulate. We're not in an accumulation zone, right? We're not. We broke the accumulation zone. So now we could kind of play around and see what London is going to do, okay? I'm going to go back to my trade and see if I've got any hope or I'm going to get stopped out. I would like just one more down and then just break even at this point. I don't even care. Today was such a weird trading day, not because the market was like, look at this. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure out that this should be dumping by now. Like, look at the MACD. Look at the 4 hour. Look at the 18 hour. Right? Like, well, the 18 hour is kind of turning around, but it looked like it was close. We got to see what happens after the 18 hour, right? At least I'm at my entry. At least I am at my entry, and I'm about break even now, but like, this is just wild. I haven't seen something like this in a very long time, guys, on any trade. A quadruple top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hasn't even moved. Bearish divergence to the 9s and hasn't even moved. Okay, that's pretty ridiculous, but we'll go with it. We'll see what happens. We've got an hour close. Asia's obviously distributing or manipulating the market. I want to see what you guys think. Do you think this is manipulation, or do you think we're going to 93K? Let's see what you guys think. Appreciate you, Kingdom Come. All right, let's actually go to a poll. I could do polls here, right? Oh yeah, I could do a poll. Okay, so on YouTube, we're gonna do a poll. Is this manipulation or a real pump to 93K? Okay, I started a poll on YouTube. So all you guys gotta do is just go to the YouTube channel. Beast Limitless Trading, type it in. Okay. I'm going to say this is a manipulation Asian session. Based on what I'm seeing, but also there's a caveat there, right? Because I know the MACD crossed here and we are kind of faking out. I also know we have bearish divergence. And again, we are hitting that resistance right there, and we're very, very overbought. So it all depends if we actually close into, if we close above New York. Because I would love this to be manipulation, and then I would love London to take it and distribute it, and then I would love New York to accumulate. But what I want doesn't matter. It is what the market wants. We've got MOND getting some volume again. I think I'm just going to let this drop one more time, hopefully, and get out. Like, this is kind of ridiculous at this point. This thing wants to liquidate everyone. Let's see if I can see a high that we would be going for. So we've got a fair value gap to here, 0.51. Oh, that makes sense. 0.51. Yeah, we could hit that. We could go for that fair value gap and just have a huge volume profile trade and then go out. We'll see what happens here. There's a lot of stuff on my chart. It is organized chaos, but I could promise you it is helping. Okay, I'm going to redo it. I'm going to redo it. Take out Tokyo for a moment. If you're new to the live, let me know. Yeah, my headache is gone. I had a very bad headache. You know what? I haven't checked out Near Protocol. We gotta do that. So we're gonna do that. First, let me get rid of all these trend lines that I drew. All these dots. Okay. So we can see right here that these are springs. And what this means is so any trade, guys, you look at, springs essentially are momentum pushed to the upside that can't get through. Call it resistance, okay? Again, you guys are seeing alpha info here on a small network because I've done this before. I just took a hiatus. I got bored of trading. I got bored of crypto. I stopped liking it, whatever you want to call it. I took a hiatus. So essentially, these springs right here are market orders being hit for shorts. Okay, it basically means they're setting up a village and they're not going to let price go higher. However, before they do that, they're going to go and get all the liquidity and take everybody out, especially in a coin like this. Like you can't even draw a trend here because now there is no trend. The trend break was right here on MON. So my entry was in this area right here, just so you guys know. But what I'm going to do to eliminate myself from getting wicked out, because I know they're going for the wick. We have a wick here at 495. We have a wick. Okay, so we have a wick here, which was at top at 494. 494. If I set my stop loss to here, how much will I lose? Let's see. Because I know they're going for the wick, but I know this is going to drop for the most part. Let's see. 0. Oh, yeah, that's not too bad. Right? I know they're going for that wick, and I know it. I see it, and they're going to go for it one more time. They're probably going to push up to 0.5, honestly. So if I set my stop loss right here, I'm losing a bit more than my max risk by like 50 bucks, but it should give me more room. Just above there, 0.5. Okay. What? Oh. There. Okay, we'll see what happens here. If I lose more, I lose a bit more. It is what it is. So This is like trading based on order and liquidity. I know they're going to go hit that one more time. Or it looks like they're going to. They might not. Because it is following the channel. But I don't like this right here, especially because it almost hit my order. So I just go a bit higher above that fair value gap. It looks like they might target it. If they target it, I should be good. And by then, honestly, if it comes back down to here, I'm probably taking profit at that point, because now we've got a support bounce here. We got a support bounce here. We got an EMA, an MA, a moving average. Okay. I'm going to shift it on the other account. And we're going to hope everything works. This is just really advanced stop hunting, essentially, is what it is. Okay, perfect. So we're rocking and rolling on a stop loss there with MOND, and we'll watch it. So remember, I told you guys, I believe we're in a manipulation phase. Okay, the Kool-Aid is going to be drinking. I'm telling you right now, the Kool-Aid is going to be drinking. All right. I don't drink the Kool-Aid. I've been there, done that. We don't do that no more, okay? Because obviously it looks like Bitcoin broke out in most cases. But now that bearish divergence is coming to play. I want to see if this is going to flow with manipulation into London, and I believe it is. We have that resistance right there. Sure, we can still push up to 93. I'm not saying we can't. But by the time London opens, I want to see if we end up closing below here. And I want to see if our MACD crosses as well, right? You don't need to get this advanced to protect your capital. But you need to understand your levels, right? Because your levels are pretty much going to make you money. You're also going to get some losses, right? You guys are going to get some losses by going a bit higher or whatever it is. But now you can see Bitcoin's literally almost at the top of the 4-hour too. So keep that in mind. It broke out right here. There was the breakout on Bitcoin right there, and that is when it just took off. And I believe we even broke out on the 18-hour. So we did break out on the 18-hour. Like I said, after retrograde, we're probably going to recover. There is your breakout on the 18-hour time frame. We're going to look for a cool down period and a back test, because there will be one, where it, you know, ranges, and then we're probably going to long it to 103 or 102 or whatever that resistance is on Bitcoin. All right. If you guys have not followed BeastX Bitcoin, guys, go follow. All right. We've got good stuff I'm posting. Oh yeah, this is so true. Who agrees with this? Who agrees with this right here? Right? Okay. We got a comment from Justin. How we doing? CoinGecko, check out USDT DOM. It broke out through 200 MA last week, and appears it's this week's candle coming back for a retest. For sure. Absolutely love looking at USDT.DOM. Yeah, so it's been Yeah, I see what you're talking about, brother, for sure. So let's go look at the macro here. So the thing about USDT.DOM, yes, it did break out. It did go to 6.72%, but it is in a rising wedge. And we had a big drop in crypto, guys. Absolutely extraordinary drop. There is a triple bottom. But we did have a really big drop. We have a rising trend pattern on DOM, which is in an uptrend. So we need to be cautious about it reversing right here and continuing to the upside. Oh yes, Thanksgiving tomorrow. I forgot about Thanksgiving. So this could also be a manipulation breakout. Or not a manipulation breakout for New York, but I completely forgot about Thanksgiving in the US. We have different days in Canada than you guys in the US. I've actually experienced a couple Thanksgivings in the US, right? So yeah, honestly, look at that. So I'm going to set an alert here on USDT.D. Again, guys, we're in a macro downtrend. I got to keep on telling everybody this because we are. A lot of people are just going to get caught up by this. And it's the same thing, like I said before, on the uptrend. Don't short, right? When Bitcoin was pumping to 111. Let's go check out Near Protocol. If this hasn't broken out, I don't know what I'm going to do. Absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Obviously, I'm waiting for a breakout on Near, and the thing hasn't even broken out, and Bitcoin's at 93. So what that tells me is it tells me altcoins aren't really bullish. Okay, they're not. It might break out. Let's see. There's a golden cross here. I would not be shorting Near. I'm waiting for this astronomical breakout on Near Protocol that I see is going to happen, but I'm being very, very patient. The daily is looking very good on Near. Like this daily is locking up pretty much. Yeah, so Thanksgiving tomorrow, guys. So be a bit cautious in the market. Obviously, the stock market is not going to be open. So we're going to see what Asia is doing. We'll see if this is manipulation or not. And if we draw a trend line here on Bitcoin, then should be good. Mon is just ranging in my area right here, so it keeps on hitting 4A, 4.9, whatever. Guys, smash up that like button if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, like it up. There should be something, let me see. CJDV, is BIPs activated yet on Twitch? It should be now. Justin, weekly inverted head shoulders on what? Bitcoin? are you talking? Thank you for following the X account. I appreciate you. Like, guys, this Mon trade could be a absolute jackpot if we don't get stopped out. It really could be. Or if I don't get stopped out. Again, I can't tell you guys what to do. Non-financial advice. So dominance. So Bitcoin DOM is kind of flat. The trajectory of dominance for Bitcoin is dumping, okay? Keep that in mind. So that is a promise for altcoins. It means money's flowing into altcoins and not Bitcoin, okay? If you're looking at total 3, and total 3 is essentially our altcoins, right? The question is, where is the resistance on total 3? Because near never broke out. The trade I'm in never broke out, really. Right? So there is total 3. Simple chart, beautiful. We don't got to make it too complicated on total 3. Not too complicated at all. Very easy. Watch your altcoins at this area, 919. Also, total 3 is in a little bit of an uptrend, but it is a rising wedge, okay? So there's a possibility we do wick up to the 200 SMA right here. Big possibility. The other possibility is we go sideways. Because remember, guys, what happens in a downtrend? Sideways momentum. All right, we're rocking and rolling. We got lots of shorts coming up for this live. A lot of education. Okay, I do want to go look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, okay? Because now we've taken out liquidity from the top for shorts. All right, so obviously we have liquidity out of 93. Area, which is what I'm aiming for is 93. But the question is, are we going to manipulate? Because New York is closed tomorrow. So I definitely say we go push back down to here eventually. However, we broke out on the 18 hours, so that is a wild card. We're going to go sideways on total 3 until we hit the top. There's honestly so many variables we need to look at, guys. So many variables. Because in trading, if you just rely on one variable, you're most likely going to get I'm not going to say get wrecked, but you're most likely going to not have all the information and all the data, right? So I'm looking for sideways momentum on altcoins. If we break out, we break out. If not, then it is what it is. We are going up on the 3-day here. We are definitely going up on the 3 days. So that is a retest point for a pump possibly. Oh, look at Mon. Is anybody actually in this Mon trade, or is, I'm curious. Again, do what you want. It is a very risky trade. Me moving up my stop loss probably is not recommended, but I'm going with the fair value gap here, right? So I am checking on the trade, guys, and what we can see on Mon is you just got to keep on redrawing that RSI, because now it is just going sideways, but it is going sideways in a bit of a downtrend, if that makes sense. That 4 hour is beautiful. That 4 hour is telling me this is going to drop. But please don't trade this because I'm trading it. I've got a lot of variables here, and I'm probably going to take profit down here. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see what I'm going to do. But you've got hidden bearish divergence, like you're rejecting on that 18 hour. This out of 5, 6, 7, 800, this could be $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 trade. Scared money don't make money. That's what. But it also doesn't mean you're dumb and you risk all your money too. CJDV, does it work? If not, then I'm waiting for 24 hours, but it should be submitted. Okay. Oh, USDT inverted head and shoulder. That's what I thought. Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing too many things. I hope you guys are enjoying the live. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I am more fresher than ever. I'm alive than ever on trading. So I'm very, very happy that we get to do lives. If you haven't smashed the like button yet on YouTube, please do, guys. EK, thank you for the little present there. Okay, let's go check out some large caps, okay? And we're doing live trading all the time, guys. Only live trading every trading session, unless I don't like the trade. But here's Mon, just to show you guys I'm not BSing you, okay? I move my stop loss up. We're up on the trade as well. This is pretty much a 6x trade because I doubled up, even though it's a 3x, which is why you're going to see this come up quicker, right? We've been ranging around 79 to 250 for the last day. But there you go. You can see I'm in a live trade. Only live crypto trading on this channel, unless we're doing a video or short. Okay. Sorry, what are you talking about, CJDV? H-bar. Let's take a look at Hedera hash graph. Guys, altcoins aren't bullish right now. They're not. Why? I have no idea. Well, actually, I do know. Because we haven't broke out on total 3. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple, right? So the key thing is here on H bar. Okay, so it'll be working within 24 hours. I already applied for it. It's good stuff. I'm not, this is a passion thing for me, but obviously it does help, right? I've got some cool things coming up for you guys this year. Everything I'm doing is reinvesting into Beast Limitless and pretty much what we're doing. Not going to spoil anything, but I got some cool things coming up for you. All my travel is going to have to do with trading and Beast Limitless mostly. So it's going to be some fun stuff for sure. But essentially, H bar has resistance to this area right here. Which is, yes, CJDV, I appreciate you. Which is this resistance right here on the middle line, right? The middle line is the resistance right here. If this passes the middle line, then we are going to skyrocket to around 17.3. But right now, H bar is kind of at a standstill, as is the whole altcoin market. One hour's overbought, 4 hours overbought. So what you guys are going to notice is in your altcoin trends, you're going to, even in Bitcoin, right, which is obviously it pumped a bit, but in your trends on your downtrend, guys, you are going sideways. Okay, so you're going sideways on your downtrend. You're not really pumping. Sure, Bitcoin is pumping. Yes. Why did Bitcoin pump? Well, very simple. Very, very simple. You pumped because you had a fair value gap here. I should have never shorted this. If I would have just looked in a bit more detail on Bitcoin, I should have never shorted it. Luckily, I had a good stop loss. But we have a sea of fair value gap built here. Our MACD is still moving up for another 4 hours. Remember I said, guys, don't go against the MACD. Don't. You're going to get wrecked. Unless you're really at the top of the channel. That is the caveat. But even in that sense, Monad is not going down. Why? Because the MACD is obviously popped up and whatever. But we're at resistance, right? In this case, though, with Bitcoin, the MACD was going up. So you have a fair value gap here. You're ranging. If I know that my MACD skyrocketed out of my zero line, and I know I'm in a fair value gap, even though we're pushing down, I'm going to wait for the 15 or the 1 hour to be oversold, and I'm going to enter along here, and that is really what I should have done. But now we could go look at my chaotic chart, and we could see exactly what I showed you guys at the beginning of the live. We're not drinking the Kool-Aid. We're going to be a normal, cool cucumber trader. We're going to be that boring trader that waits for the best setups, so we could live that luxury, non-boring life. And you can see right here that the 1 hour is completely overbought. The 15 is coming down with that bearish dive. But that still doesn't mean we're in manipulation in Asia. I want to see where it closes into the London session, right? Perfect. Hope you guys are enjoying the live. If you're enjoying it, let me know. If you like this type of content, let me know. I'll still be putting up YouTube shorts. All of it, right? Another key note here is if you're looking at Bitcoin, is you're going to notice a lower high on the 30-minute. This is bearish dive all day. All day, all day. Again, this MACD is not going higher. So this is bearish dive all day, right? And you kind of look at it and you're like, well, Bitcoin's bullish. Why is it doing this? Because you're in a downtrend. And also, if you take this resistance peak right here, you touched it, right? Okay, let me get into XRP. Now I want to go over our actual trades, all right? So XRP has been in a downtrend for a bit, right? So we go to our 4-hour and 8-hour time frame, guys, and this is when I'm going to start lining up trades because now we can see things touching the top. Yes, XRP is in an inverse head and shoulder, exactly like Bitcoin, okay? But we already hit the top right here. Okay, we hit the top and we rejected the trend breakout. So what do you think I'm probably going to do? I'm most likely going to go for a short on XRP when we cross on our 1 hour. One hour is overbought. Now I'm just waiting the 4 hour to cross, and it is about to cross. But I would say a low leverage long, low leverage short on XRP would probably be pretty good right here, because even though we have that inverse head and shoulder, we are definitely resisting around the 50%. 50 to 60%. And the RSI right here is your rejection. So that means XRP is still in a downtrend, okay? Guys, I started up other channels as well because I want to make sure everything's rocking and rolling. So I also started up Beast X Bitcoin and Beast X XRP. When I say we're taking over, I mean we are taking over in every asset possible. So I don't want to spam everybody with these channels until I really have content on it. I'm not going to share the link right now. Actually, I will share the link right now. But we've got Beast X Bitcoin here. This is only going to be Bitcoin content, okay? And then we have Beast X RP, and that is only going to be XRP content. It's pretty much the top trending cryptos in the world, okay? So sure, if you guys want it, you can subscribe to it. I don't want to spam too many channels in the chat. So if you want to, great, subscribe to it, or just wait till I post it, right? But this is going to be your official only Bitcoin content, nothing else. There's not going to be lives about other trades. There's not going to be anything. It is just going to be about fair value gaps, order blocks, downtrends, uptrends, liquidity grabs, springs, all of that jazz. All right. But yeah, a short on XRP wouldn't be too bad. Right there. So now we can see Bitcoin rejecting a bit. How about Ethereum? I said I wanted to get in a trade on Ethereum. Ethereum. Now, I wouldn't be shorting Bitcoin yet, guys. I would only be shorting Bitcoin if that MACD crosses. Yeah, so looking at Ethereum, guys, it's just going to be a banger short, an absolute banger short. We haven't even... We're in an uptrend, right? We're most likely going to hit the top again, which is roughly 3,100, 3,200-ish. And then I'd be looking short on Ethereum. So I'm actually going to set an alert right here on ETH, because I'm shorting that all day. The 4 hours overbought. If it breaks out, it breaks out. I have a tight stop loss. It is what it is, right? ZEC, Zcash. Yeah, so this is 80% looking like manipulation for Asia, guys. We'll see what happens, so. Zcash is independent. Oversold and ranging. Oversold and ranging. Well, actually, yeah, you're oversold, but you are in a downtrend. So you can see you're in a really good downtrend right here. This is honestly just like Monad, right? Like just in a larger time frame. It is on a downtrend. You don't want to be longing again in a spot trade. However, you also don't want to be shorting in the middle. So I'm going to say it pushes up one more time in this area around 700. I wouldn't really be touching Zcash. I wouldn't even be looking at this trade. This would be a no trade zone for me at the moment, right? It's oversold in a downtrend. If anything, I'm going to go for Zcash at the top here and go for a short once it is overbought. But really, we're just ranging. And of course, we're ranging because it is going sideways. Like the 3-day is in a downtrend too. Like Zcash is about to tank. And we do need to keep an eye on this. Make sure you guys are watching Zcash, because I might forget. And I could be missing out on thousands of dollars, literally, from a $500 to $1,000 trade. So here's the trend line. Like hypothetically, if Zcash goes below this trend line, I could take a low leverage short. But what I would actually be doing yeah, my short would have been right here, 555. If it's bouncing off of here, it might do something like this. Run up to 605 and then drop. Zcash is a no trade zone for me, just like Bitcoin at the moment. Tim, how we doing, brother? Yeah, it definitely looks like Bitcoin is going to come down to me for sure. We hit that perfect resistance right there. We might actually do this because, again, guys, we're in retrograde. Nothing is making sense right now. So we might do this, do this, do this, and then do that, honestly. All right, let's go back to Mon because I don't want to keep my stop loss that high. But I did that for the live. Okay, so we're still following the downtrend. Okay, we're still following the channel. We're still pushing down on the MACD. We're good there. RSI's all over the place. Stochastic is pointing down. 4 hours pointing down with a 17-minute close. And then we got to kind of redraw the trend line at that point. At that point, keep that there. Daily is coming down. Momentum indicator is moving up, but the 18 hours is pushing down. Yeah, we should be golden. We should be golden, guys. We should be. Five-minute is selling off. So, did Asia manipulate? Let me ask you guys that question. Does anybody know? Did Asia manipulate or did Asia distribute? Yeah, there we go. Tokyo is right here. So, now this should have been going up here, but thank God it didn't. Let's keep on smashing that like button, fam. Smash up that like button. Hit it, double drop, kick it, whatever you gotta do. 9 votes. Let's see, end poll. I'm gonna end the poll. Let me close. Actually, I'm gonna keep it. No, I'll end it. Okay, 60% are saying yes, 40% are saying no. That's fair. Absolutely fair. How about PAX G? What is it doing? Gold. I'll look at PAX G since it is crypto, essentially. Let's go. I like that. CJTV, I like that a lot. Okay, let's get Tokyo off here. Actually, I believe I got to do a gold update for everybody. Gold's about to come down. All right. Look at gold. Look at gold, right? Gold is hitting that resistance perfectly. SPE, okay, SPCE, perfect. Guys, let's keep the comments like about crypto, only about crypto, only about trading, okay? Trading, all right? I appreciate you guys, but only about crypto and only about trading. And I'm gonna be very strict on this channel, very. No politics, no religion, only about trading crypto stocks, Forex, options, commodities. That is it. All right? Appreciate it. Okay. So let me look at a channel on gold here, guys. Beautiful channel in gold. Okay, this is where most people are going to miss out on money or lose a lot of money, okay? I will give one warning and one warning only. If you don't keep this about crypto, trading, or anything that has to do with charts, you're out. So here's the thing on gold, guys, or PAX G, it's all the same chart, gold and PAX G, right? So we have a 3-point resistance trend, okay? Which is fine, but we're still in an uptrend, okay? Still in an uptrend right here. Which means that until we break this, gold is targeted for 1.45. So if you're looking at XAU, which is gold, because PAX G is pretty much the same. I'll go to Oanda. It's pretty much the same chart. But you can see that we have resistance right there. Most people are going to try to put an order on gold and put a sell or put a time sell close on it right here because of resistance. I would not do that, okay? I would wait till it breaks the channel or wait till it comes up here. So gold for me or PAX G would not be in a trading zone. Okay, SPCE. Is that it? Am I on the right chart? Is this the SPCE want? I think this is SPCE. So again, I did the same thing with Bitcoin this morning. And this is why I got stopped out, because I put the bottom here. By the way, guys, find a line, okay? Find a line. This is always a learning lesson for crypto traders or anybody. Just find a line. Here's the line. Bang, 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 bang. There's your line. There's your 3 points. There are your 4 points. So SPCE, I'm assuming you got an order for a close up here. What was your... Too many comments. What was the comment about SPCE? SPCE is looking pretty good. For a bounce right here, you just gotta see if it breaks out of the resistance, right? If it does do that, you pretty much skyrocket all the way to here. But if it breaks this support, you're in pretty big trouble. Yeah, in that area right there, right? Longer term, because we're going to look at a long-term downtrend channel, because why not? We start from the top. This thing is very, very close to breaking out. Like, it's on an uptrend right now, and it is very, very close to breaking out. I mean, very close. Yeah, SPCE is actually looking pretty. This could hypothetically run to like $1,000. But if you're looking at $4, I think you said options, yeah, this should go to $4. Pretty simple. Should. Again, stocks are a bit different. Stocks are a bit different. Let's see here. TAI. Okay, check out TAI. Guys, I appreciate everybody coming on the live. If you're new and you're not on Twitch, subscribe. If you're new and you're not on YouTube, subscribe. If you're new and you're not on X, well, you know what to do, all right? It is good to be back. I kind of miss a smaller audience because I know we're going to be at 1,000 viewers again in no time. TAI, what's TAI? I know this one. This is a Solana AI project, correct? I've done a video on this. TARS AI. Yeah, TARS AI. There we go. It's Solana AI project. Okay, so pretty simple here. We have a perfect double bottom, which usually would mean a long, but we have like a downtrend all the way to about 4.7, so that isn't too bad. Yeah, so TARS is pretty flat. It could pump to 0.48. There's not really anything going on with it. Again, guys, personally, I just wouldn't go against a downtrend. I would be absolutely loaded to the nines right now because I was in 2021 and 20 whatever it was trading that. This is in a good falling wedge, but the thing is, and I'm decent right now, right? Like I'm content, but the thing is I've wasted a lot of money on going against the trend, like too much money going against the trend. Why would you long a downtrend, and why the heck would you short an uptrend? It's pretty simple, right? So TAI could pump up to here, but it also is very weak. Now I do want to go WLFI, fam. We've been talking about this trade every single day. And it never hit my order. It hit 17.3. So we got a little channel here on WLFI. It is still in my trading repertoire, if you will, but I'm looking at it a bit different now. Okay, we have a top, we have a bottom. I'm most likely going to long WLFI around 15.3 and then long it up to here and then short it. Because again, going with my downtrend versus the uptrend, you can see the uptrend on WLFI is huge. Yes, the 4-hour parabolic SAR crossed down. Let me see the MACD. Okay, even the MACD crossed down, so I wouldn't be long in this. But what I would do is at this point, I would wait for the break of trend, or I would wait for it to come up one more time. Because we're in an uptrend, it is probably going to come up one more time. Monad is actually in a better trade setup for a short than a long because it is in a downtrend, right? So that's essentially what we need to look at. But right now, there is resistance on WLFI. The only thing is that it's in an uptrend. And you do not want to short anywhere right here because I'm telling you, 99.9999% this can run to the top of the channel, okay? How's everyone doing tonight? Everybody's good. Everybody's having a bit of fun, hopefully making a bit of money or breaking even. At least it's better than losing. If you guys have not subscribed to mighty.beastlimitless.com, go do it. It is our app, guys, and it is beautiful. We put trade setups in there. It's like Telegram or a group, but I'm actually whatever, and it is completely free. All right, completely free, completely free. So make sure you guys go subscribe to it, please. If you're not, it is completely free. You don't need to buy anything. Just come hang out, join the community. We went into a bearish market. We had a lot of people, so people are kind of taking a step back, but we are going to build it up. And yeah, it's just going to be a force to be reckoned with. Okay, let's see if we could graze through a couple more coins here, and then let's be done for the night, because I pretty much went over everything I need to go over. Obviously, guys, if we break out of this area right here, we're going to 93. Simple, right? No altcoins are moving. We did go over Quant last night, and it is a top loser at the moment along with ICP. We could have probably shorted at 89. Like here was the resistance on Quant. Quant's a great short if it could come back up to like 86 or even a low leverage short, it is a really good short. Let me see it actually. It's literally gliding that uptrend right now. So Quant is making a decision if it wants to go up or if it wants to go down. So I actually wouldn't be trading Quant at the moment. Up or down, right? That's pretty much all I got for you guys. We're going to finish off the live with MON. I am looking at an Ethereum trade. Looks like MON is finally starting to lose volume. 15-minute SAR just crossed, which is nice. You've got your 4-hour pushing down for another 3 hours, which is nice. You've got, yeah, we're up 148 right now. We've been down like 150 for the whole day. This could be a golden trade for a lot of you if you play it right. If you don't, you're going to get stopped out. It's 100%. Okay, guys, so we'll do a live in the morning tomorrow again. I'm going to try to do it for 8, but I'm going to make it from 8 to 8:30 just because problems with the software and live stream and thumbnails. It should be fine now because I figured it out on Photoshop, but my Ethereum short alert is going to be right here. So my ETH short is literally going to be at the top. So we did two 2-hour lives today, guys, in the morning and tonight. We are absolutely rocking and rolling and flying through the races, right? Now we just got to get the viewers and we're good. We already got monetized on Twitch. We're just waiting. Shout out to the Twitch team. YouTube will be next. Shout out to the YouTube team. Thanks for the platform on X. Shout out to the X team. And guys, just do your thing. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. All right? Whatever that means, bullish, bearish, it doesn't matter what anybody says. Don't drink it. All right. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night, guys. Join mighty.beastlimitless.com, X, YouTube, Twitch for all the updates. I'm going to go get some food and make a smoothie or something. All right. Talk to you guys in a bit.